I grew up on a street called Forest Court, and it was a dead-end street cut right into a wooded area we called Whiskey Woods. And I ran through trails every single day on the way to my grade school, Fauntleroy Grade School. Before I get to school, I'd always stop at the donut shop and spend a little bit of my lunch money, my 35 cents for lunch, on a few donuts. They were like 7 cents a piece. And then I'd run to school. But every day, I was actually always shooting for a world record. Many of you might not know this about your pastor, but at age 10, I was a world record holder. And that's a pretty amazing feat. I ran a race every single day. The race was from my mailbox at the starting line, and my dad would give me a stopwatch for my 10th birthday, and I would run these trails on my way to school. The world record was 1 minute and 10 seconds. And man, I was on my way. And I just had my Wheaties that morning and, you know, had my special tennis shoes on and was just feeling like a new world record was about ready to happen. And as I'm running down the trails, I knew where every rock was, where every stump was, you know, there's these streams, I knew how to jump just perfect. I had it down. And as I was getting ready to come across the finish line, probably just 30, 40 feet down the trail, a little chipmunk, not a squirrel, a chipmunk, which is like a miniature squirrel, all of a sudden saw me. He was right in the middle of the trail, right in the middle of my path, saw me, and his eyes met my eyes. At the same time, my eyes met his eyes. And he went just like this in the middle of the trail as he saw me running down on him, bearing down on him, my world championship, my record on the line. He stood up on his hind feet, put his hands up just like this, and went. And of course, I did what any world champion, amazing athlete, big, strong kid would do. I screamed like a little girl, ah, and went running off. And you know, I've often thought since that time, you know, of course I know how I felt like, you know, just like defeated, you know, felt like a little chipmunk this tall, scared me away. I've often felt what the chipmunk must have felt like. I mean, man, he must have walked away having a great day. He must have walked away just going, you know, I'm a bad monk. I am a bad monk. You know, that's the attitude we should have in life. When it comes to overcoming, when it comes to getting out of one place and going into another, we all have a journey. Life is not a destination. Life is actually a journey. And even as a church, it's not just about where we end up as a church. It's about the journey and learning how to take the journey on with excitement and determination. And unlike me that day, we need to be more like the chipmunk. That was the attitude Joshua and the people coming out of Egypt had as they went into their promised land. Some people had a negative report, the Bible says, when they went in to spy out the land, when they went in to look at their journey and where they were going. And it said some had a negative, evil report, the Bible calls it, because they said they were like grasshoppers to the giants of the land, the big people that lived there, the warriors that lived there. And they were like grasshoppers even in their own sight. Well, we want to be more like the chipmunk, where even if we think we're small, even if we think the bills are stacked up and the things in life are against us and we're struggling in family or we're struggling in any area of our life, we need to have the attitude of we have a path, we have a journey. We are going to get to this destination. We have a destiny together. And I really believe sometimes we just need to stand up on our hind feet, put our paws up in the air like the chipmunk and let the enemy of our soul know that we are not letting him take our path.